Welcome back, thrifters and viewers, and happy May Day. I'm here with our April goals progress report, kind of in a different format for you this month, so you can visualize our goals maybe a little better. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're starting out with our financial goals. So our first and kind of the most important goal was for Race to gain employment, and he did do that in February, so mission accomplished on that one. Our next financial goal is to save 50% of our income, and I kind of broke that down there. I'm going to turn off camera a little bit here for a second, hopefully. So I have two tables here that show with our mortgage and without the mortgage. You can see we're on track if we are counting the mortgage as saving, which we are sort of, because it does increase your net worth. So that's why we've been including that. As you can see, April was a poor month for saving. We didn't pay as much extra on the house or save as much. We did have a tax bill that we had to pay this year due to a few mix-up at Race's previous company. So hopefully we will pick up our saving again in May here. But you can see that we're still saving pretty well without the mortgage. It's only 17%, but we're pushing hard and trying to pay off the mortgage this year. So that is why our savings goal is including the mortgage. And I marked that one as on track. Increase passive dividend income by 25%. I included a table here for you to, or a chart I should say, not a table, for you to kind of see our progress in January we were up 17% from last year. February was 5%. March we actually decreased over last year percentage wise. And then in April we were 122% up. Kind of all over the place as far as the percentages go, but generally you can see kind of that lighter pink line is what we've gotten this year, and then the kind of coral orange line is our projected dividends. And then the yellow and purple line is the percent difference. And so our anticipated percent difference is right at 25%, which means we are on track to meet our goal for the year. Increase our net worth by 14%. I also marked this one as on track. In 2017, I just put that as 100% as our baseline. Right now we're sitting at 103%, or a 3% increase. It's slightly more than that, but it's like 3.19 or 3.2 or something. This has fluctuated a lot with the market, so I'm not paying too close of attention to it. I do expect this to go up quite a bit as we pay down the house. Since we're trying to pay off the mortgage this year, that'll really boost our net worth. So right now, as you can see, our predicted net worth is 115%, which would be a 15% increase, which would actually exceed our net worth goal. Earn $2,000 tutoring. So again, here you can see the coral or orange graph in the back there is a cumulative. And the pink is what I've earned each month. So January was slow, February started picking up, and then March did pretty well. April I actually earned over $1,000. I worked a lot, which you can tell that I didn't publish hardly any videos or blog posts. It's because I was tutoring literally every night. But that paid off. I earned over $1,000 like I said. So my cumulative is $1,861 roundabout. So that is less than $200. It's like $139 I have left to earn. So I have no doubts that I will be able to do that. So I marked that one on track, and we're actually looking at this becoming more of a part-time job than a side gig. So we'll see, but my earnings this month more than paid for our tickets to Rome, so that's really exciting for me. Earn $100. We scratched that goal because the monetization thing if we focused more on blog posts and less on YouTube content, perhaps we could get that, but the AdSense on the blog just earns so little in comparison to what YouTube was earning. Even if we get like the same amount of traffic on the blog, it just doesn't seem like it pulls in as much. So I lowered that to 15, and right now we're just under 14, so there's still time left. I hope to hit that, but that's why that was lowered, was the monetization goal. So if you haven't already and you're still watching, thank you, and please hit the subscribe button. I don't have one on the video, but if you go down, see, camera's reversed here, but the red button down there, please hit that subscribe, support us. We really appreciate it. All right, so next goal was to sell $150 of Random Lily soaps. We did that in March, actually. We sold, I guess we supplied 2 different bridal showers. So we definitely exceeded that goal. We're at around $200 right now. I'm not going to raise that goal because I really want to focus on YouTube and tutoring right now, but we may look at that later in the year. Stay within budget. Yes, we did that this month. I'll have a budget report for you tomorrow, so I'm not really going to go into that, but we did stay within budget for the most part. I mean, overall we were under budget, but we'll go into that more tomorrow. On to our business goal. Post 150 or more videos to the Thriftism channel. As I mentioned earlier, that's kind of lagged with all of my tutoring, and Race's job has been keeping him busy, so we only had 5 new videos in April, so I'm very sorry about the lack of content, and I will work way harder in May to try and get more out to you. So far in 2018, we've had 35 posts. No, this is not on track, but I'm sure we can get this back on track. So these are the videos that we published this month. Was our budget update, a stopover in Erlangen, Germany, and our iPhone 6 screen replacement, which is actually very easy. That was us doing it for the first time, and so it'll take you way less time because you won't be filming and trying to talk about it while you're doing it. But very easy. I would recommend checking that out if you crack your iPhone screen. Saves you a lot of money. The homemade pizza dough, and then I just did a day in my life. I kind of got some flack for being too busy to fit stuff in, so I just wanted to show what my typical day was like. And I'm not saying I'm whatever, that important or anything like that. I just wanted to show people so that they didn't think I was just making up excuses and then doing nothing all night. So those are some of them. I am planning to keep doing that day in the life for sure once a month. We'll see if it's a popular one. Maybe I'll do it more often. But I will keep going with that one once a month just to kind of give you an update of what I'm doing, if anyone cares. Post 52 plus blog posts. Yeah, we didn't do very well with that in April either. We have 2 posts in April and 13 posts in 2018, so we're kind of behind on that. But Brace is working on a new one covering some siding things. We're looking at residing the house. I haven't looked at it yet. That's why I don't have much information for you. Sorry about that. But he has been doing a lot of research on how to insulate our house and kind of the best kind of siding and what we need to do to reside our house, because we will be doing that ourselves. So watch for videos on that later this summer. But we'll keep working on that. We're not on track, but we'll hopefully get back on track soon. Reach 200 YouTube subscribers. We did that! Yay! That was actually in February and happened quite quickly. So we kind of ended that goal, and we wanted to be focused on getting remonetized again. So right now we are sitting at, I will check for you on my handy dandy app here, if it ever loads. We are currently, right at this second, sitting at 630 subscribers, which is 63% of what we need and 44% of our watch time. Subscribers have been kind of all over the place. It stagnated a bit this month, which I expected because I haven't been posting much content. So I'm hoping that picks up again in May here. I can show you the app that I'm using. I know it's back. Oh, maybe it's not backwards. I don't know. But kind of a cool, it's just called YT, YouTube Monetization Tracker. Kind of nice just to see where you're at if you don't want to do the math on your own. But that's our goal for the year, and hopefully we will get there. Grow Twitter followers to 1,000. Right now I'm sitting at 1,092, which is very exciting. That means we hit the goal. I'm still going to keep trying to put out content with that, you know, publishing our YouTube stuff on there, but then also I do tweet a lot. I do a lot of retweets of motivational stuff and money stuff. I don't know, anything I find interesting. So if you haven't, feel free to connect with me on there. Otherwise, if you don't want to, don't, whatever. But I'm not changing that goal because, again, I want to focus on YouTube. Write a London and Munich guidebook for our Thriftism travels. We do travel quite a bit compared to the average person, I guess. Not as much as travel bloggers do, but we get a lot of questions on how we're able to travel so cheaply, so I want to put together a guidebook for a few of the big cities we've been to and maybe expand into some of the smaller areas as well. I have outlines for these, but I haven't done much else. Begin the Thrifty Fit series on YouTube. I still haven't done anything, sorry guys. We still have, what, 8 months left of this year? I will get there. Even if it means I have to record something, you know, New Year's Eve, if it comes down to that. I'm hoping to do it long before that, but it's still in my mind. Haven't exactly figured out how I want to do that. Playing around with ideas of possibly taking even like magazine workouts and just doing them live. For a couple of them, just to show, like, because some of them are so ridiculous, and they're like, this is a beginning level, and I'm like passing out, and I'm like, I don't think this is a beginner level. So that's one thing, but I'm also looking at actually creating my own workouts, trying to tailor them to at home, because so many of the supposed at home workouts still require you to have equipment or weights. So I want to show you how you can work out without a lot of that stuff, and you don't have to spend money to work out. Create a math practice book. I'd say this is on track. I haven't been doing much with it lately, but that's actually the cover of my book so far. Can't say that it won't change, but that's what I have so far. I'm almost done with the first chapter. I have the outline for all of them. I don't remember how many chapters it is right now, but it's going to be practice problems and a little bit of like instruction so that if someone gets it, they can actually like help their kid with it instead of just giving them this worksheet, and if they don't know how to do it, then they can't do much. And I'm hoping to get that out as an ebook and a, not necessarily hardcover, but paperback book later this year. Post 52 or more videos to Roland Tutoring Channel. I did 0 in April. For how much tutoring I did not actually tape, old school, not language here. I didn't actually record any videos of the practice problems. Spent more of my time actually like one-on-one with the students, and maybe someday I'll be able to post like an example tutoring session, but I know that would involve signing releases and stuff, and so I haven't gone ahead to record anything with students at this time. I have 9 posts so far in 2018, so I'm not on track with that, but hopefully that'll pick up into the summer months here too. Fitness goals. Lose 10 pounds by May 1st. It is May 1st today. I have not lost 10 pounds. In fact, I think we're both just like flatline on this one. Like, I went up from my being down last month to just completely flat. So maybe that quote of "I may not be there, but I'm closer than I was yesterday" might not be right. But my motivation is still there. We might just change the date on that one to, instead of trying to lose a whole bunch of weight this year, we'll just aim for 10 pounds for the whole year, and we'll see how that goes. Complete 130-day challenge. So we did a yoga challenge kind of January to February, and I did a little clip of that on here in case anyone's interested. I really love this. In fact, we might do this one again just because it was a good workout, but it was also actually good for beginners, so you don't have to be super flexible. And Adrian is really good about like do what feels good, giving you alternatives and everything. So if you haven't checked her out and you're looking for a nice beginner fitness program, or even just to like de-stress, most of these are like 15 to 30 minutes, so it doesn't take that long of time. She's awesome though, so check that out. That's the one we completed. Workout 4 times a week. Some motivation is required, yes. So I'd say we average like twice a week, but if you include my walking at work, then I exercise every day, but I don't really include that because I like, how should I say that? It is exercise, but like when I say workout, I want it to be like a hard, like not just walking for me. Because for me, walking isn't enough to help me lose weight. So I'm not counting that, but I have been walking about half an hour to an hour every day at work between like lunch and break and everything like that. But otherwise, our workouts have been like 2 days a week or something like that. I think that's what I said. Mental goal: master all the Duolingo skills. So I did that. I have a little picture of that on the screen. You can kind of see that here. Yay! So that was kind of cool that I did that. Of course, they changed their program now, so now you have to earn crowns, and I'm not close to getting all golden crowns yet, so that might be a goal for next year, but I'm counting this one as done for this year. I am continuing to do it. Race has not been keeping up with Spanish lessons, so I don't know if he still wants to keep doing this goal or not. Maybe you'll hear from him one of these months if he is home on the 1st of the month. Miscellaneous goals. So this kind of falls into our fun, our travel, social, relationship, house, hobby, anything that didn't fit in the other ones. So there's a bunch in here too. Thanks for sticking with me if you're still here. Host 2 game nights. We actually hosted one last month. We had some of Race's old coworkers and a couple of my friends, and it was a lot of fun, and we stayed up way too late, but it was a really good time, and we're thinking the next one we want to do during the summer so we can play some yard games. And so we're halfway there. I guess I put a check mark on this one, but we are halfway there, so I wanted to count that as something that I got to check off my list. Attend one monthly social outing. We didn't do a whole lot. I mean, we did the game night, which is a big thing. We also went to Zumba on tap, which included sitting around drinking beer and hanging out with my family and some other people at Zumba. And we also met Heidi Heitkamp, North Dakota House of Representatives. I don't know. I've not lived in North Dakota, so I forget what she does exactly. But we met her. My dad got his picture with her, so it was kind of a cool thing that happened at Zumba. Visit family 1 time each month. We did do that this month. I have snow on there because it actually was like a huge blizzard when we went to visit my grandma. We were able to go to the casino one day with her, and then that night it snowed and snowed and snowed, and it was okay for me driving home, but when my husband had to go to the cities, he kept getting stuck because apparently the cities got 22 inches of snow, and the plows just couldn't keep up, so he kept getting stuck, and then he ended up getting stuck in the driveway and just left it. So, and that was in the middle of April, towards the end of April, so it's been a crazy year weather-wise. Travel to Mexico. We did this. Oh, it was so fun. I'm looking at pictures just right now. Yeah, I want to go back. I feel like it's going to be so hard to wait again. I know I'm spoiled, so don't judge me. I'm totally aware of that. But I do love Mexico, and that's always one of our goals. Nice to check it off the list, but also sad that it's done for another year. So that's just a couple of pictures from Puerto Vallarta this year. Complete one additional trip. So we're going to Rome, and some other places too. I mean, we're flying into Rome. We are going to do a little bit longer, so it'll be 18 or 19 days in Italy. So we're going to try and hit a truffle festival that I found, and maybe see Venice, and we will see where else. I heard that you can hike a volcano somewhere, which I think would be really awesome, but I don't know the details of that yet. So that's several months away, but it is booked. The flights are booked. Nothing else is. So it's exciting, but we're on track for that one. I should have put that in the corner. Create and purchase England and Germany photo books. Those are done. I even took a picture of my purchased order, even though my picture didn't all show up on England, but those are done. Yay, accomplished. Handmade Christmas, haven't started this yet because it's just May, and so you can tell with everything else, I'm kind of waiting till the last minute. But hopefully, now that tutor's slowing down, I will start coming up with ideas and maybe start making stuff so it doesn't wait until the last minute. Make the candles from that kit. Haven't pulled it out yet. We will do that this year though. Maybe that will be one of our date nights, kind of a thrifty date night since we already have everything. Make wax melts. I'm thinking this would be a really good gift for our handmade Christmas, but I haven't ordered the supplies yet. Can 40 quarts of green beans and 100 quarts of tomatoes. So in the background, those are actually our seedlings right now. It's a little bit old. They're quite a bit bigger today, but I was being lazy and I didn't go take another picture, so sorry about that. But too early to start canning, but we do right now have 47 tomato plants. Yes, you heard me correctly, 47. We are going to be giving quite a few of those to our friends and family because I don't think we can possibly can enough tomatoes to keep up with that. But if we're actually home and have time, the 100 quarts should be no problem as long as they don't die off once we put them in the ground. Complete one house project, so either finishing the basement, residing the house, or reshingling the roof. We are looking at residing the house now. Menards has their siding on sale. It's almost 50% off. So we are looking at ordering that next week, and then I don't have a time frame on when we're going to be siding, but we did look at colors, and hopefully we'll take a video when we're siding to kind of give you some tips and tricks with that, because we are going to do it ourselves, so that all we have to pay for is material instead of like hiring it out and paying for labor, because that can get quite expensive. And that's going to be our main thing right now. We'll see if I did say only one, so we might get one done this year, which will be exciting. Install basement windows. This isn't our basement window because I forgot to take pictures while Grace is working on it. So we are 33% or 33.333% done with installing the basement windows. Race got one in this last weekend. It's kind of a pain. Had to set it in concrete. I think next weekend we're going to try for another one, so watch for a video on that, because if you live in an older house and have to chip away the concrete to get a window in, it's kind of a pain, and maybe he can share some of his insight from his experience with you all. Contribution goals, last thing on here. Thanks again for everyone who's stuck with me this whole time. Volunteer 10 nights per month max. April was actually slower with this. It was only 4 nights, and 3 of those were SWE. I did skip one, so it should have been 5 nights, but I did skip one for tutoring. And then one of the nights was for You Code Girl, and that was really cool. If you saw my tweet, we got to play around with an ultrasound. And they have these, like, I should have put that on here as the picture, but they have these like fake bellies and then like a model baby, so you can use like the little thing. I'm very technical, I'm sorry, but you got to see the ultrasound and see this model baby inside of like the fake belly. Super cool. It was awesome. So if you have kids, get them signed up for these STEM programs because they're awesome. Even as an adult, I'm like, this is sweet. I'm having so much fun, and I'm one of the mentors there. So did accomplish that. So overall, we're making good progress. We still have a long ways to go, but we're slowly getting there, and tracking this is definitely helping us. So thank you for tonight. What are some of your goals? I haven't really heard from many people, and I would love to hear your goals. So share them in the comments below. Tell me how you're staying motivated. I know it can get really hard, especially now. It seems like everything's falling off. Why keep doing it? But it's worth it in the end, and if you're like me, you get to cross off the list. It's really exciting. But share your goals, share in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. There's an arrow there. I'm not sure if my face is going to show up or not. It's showing me that it is. I'm working with some new technology here, so sorry about that. But if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please support us. We really appreciate you. And thank you again for joining me. Hope you have a wonderful May.